Okay, so did we finish the battle last time in here?
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. So it's been evacuated. All the people are out.
Yeah, there's some people died, but it's over.
Okay.
There's also a dog barking at us, but we don't know why.
He was in the building too. We just didn't know.
I want that as my familiar now. Just a giant, oversized corgi.
I actually have a corgi for a dog.
Nice.
I know you do.
They're freaking awesome. There you go.
All right. So I guess let's. Is there anybody wounded or only dead in here?
Just dead.
Okay.
Everyone
I
else
guess
is
I'll
fine.
start by dragging them out of the building.
Okay.
And does anybody remember what the purpose of the town hall meeting to begin with was?
Let's go back to the tapes.
I believe it was. They were talking about us, as a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, there's a lot of events that were going on. You remember they had the blood that was keep on showing up on the memorial, and then you had the undead rise recently, which you guys took care of, and people are having this foreboding experience and having nightmares at nighttime. So the whole town seems to be going to shit. So
Did we ever clear our names with the vandalism?
no. You can share whatever information you want to about what you discovered, though. Like, for instance, who it was that was doing that.
Okay.
God, I'm trying to look through all these notes I have. Jesus. It's been a while since I've looked through all this. Ray, you probably can appreciate this. After you haven't played for a while and you look back at it, you're like, holy shit, I put all this in here?
No kidding.
A lot of work.
Yeah, I figure I've got 45 hours at least in on the first book of Wrath of the Righteous.
Yeah.
Crazy amount of time entering these things.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
It'd just be so nice if we could just buy the module.
That's the thing is, I wish Pathfinder would just do it for us, and then we can just purchase it, but whatever.
Would be so nice.
It'd be cool if you can do it as a licensing. Like, ask them to let you do it as and sell it, as a
Well,
licensed item.
the society, they'll allow you to share as long as you can provide, proof of purchase. And there's a couple of guys on the message boards that you send them a copy of your receipt, they'll send you the completed module. But
nice.
other than that, Paizo's supposed to be coming out with their own virtual tabletop.
Ah.
Okay, guys, do I sound better?
Yeah, you sure do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I no longer want to say I want fries with that.
Would you like a hot apple pie?
What are the council members doing now?
They're just watching the place burn outside their building. Yeah, they're standing around just trying to just talking about shit. I don't know.
I seem to remember we did manage to stop the burning from continuing.
Right.
You did put it out. You did put it out. Yes. Actually, you did. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll just continue, dragging the bodies out until all of them are clear.
And I'll help him.
Let me get the PDF open too, just in case.
I'll tend to the injured.
Well, guys, you got this taken care of, and I can't even. What time of night was this? Do you remember?
Good question. I don't think it was too late. I want to say sundown,
Seems legit.
so it might be a little later by
Yeah.
now.
Okay. So, well, what do you want to do? Do you guys want to go ahead and back to the town, or what do you want to do?
Let me take a look at my health real quick. See what we got.
I mean, do you want to head back to the house where you can rest and try to go to the bottom of the
Hole.
prison? Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say let's do that. Yeah, Crow will head back and try to get some rest or whatever. I'm not showing any wounds on my sheet. I don't know if I had any. Or what happened with that?
The only person that has any wounds is Kufka. This has two.
Okay.
And Mandy should be getting back from the party she's going to in probably the next 30 minutes, an hour tops. So.
Okay, cool. Try to rustle up some grub too. Get something to drink and then go to sleep.
Wow, the cat duck eating a goldfish put an image in my head.
Well, today's going to be a little awkward at some point. I've been actually looking forward to this. All right, so you guys going to go ahead and go back to the town and get some sleep then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Something to eat, drink, and sleep.
Absolutely.
All right.
I'll actually try to find a. I don't know if they have a bath in there or whatever. I'm gonna try to take a bath too.
Oh, yeah. No, they'll have a maid fill it up with hot water for you, and you can
Perfect.
take care of that. On Jessica, I was reading up on this. I'm going to prepare for this. It's going to be either really funny or really bad.
Oh God.
It's like, I don't know if you guys are overpowered or horribly underpowered.
Well, I'm just wondering how the person is going to react, because
I look forward to this. So you guys get your 5th edition player's handbooks yet?
in a way.
What does that mean?
Nothing?
Nothing I shall admit over NSA channels.
The fact they're being reported means I'm not going to say jack.
I actually picked up the starter kit, but I honestly haven't even had a chance to do more than look at the artwork. I want to get it. I think I'm going to wait for I know sometimes they do the bundles once they release everything, so I might wait for the bundles and buy the player's handbook and the DM book and the monster manual.
I like the way they're doing the new PHB. It's the system's really. I gotta make sure I'm understanding it properly because it feels like there's a chapter missing. But apparently everything gets a proficiency bonus now, and that's your attack and your doing things and your everything bonus.
Oh, cool. That's interesting. I think simplification is definitely the key, and that's one thing I like about Pathfinder and stuff is the especially like the skills, how they're kind of condensed. And Star Wars Saga did this as well, and the leveling up was a lot simpler as well, and I really enjoyed that aspect of it. And the artwork for the books, the art direction for the books is amazing.
Yeah, the art's in the new 5e's really good.
Yeah,
I like
love
all of it. The other thing I like with the classes is they've Warlock's a core class now. Everything has at least 2, if not 3, specialty like configurations of their class, so it's more like an archetype.
See, that's a good idea too. I mean, a lot of people do the min-maxing thing or whatever. You know, they try to really. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but I actually always favored the archetype type stuff. You know, like the suggested gear stuff. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the post of the class, I always just go with that. I like those like predetermined classes. I don't know. It just seems all neat and you know how it should be.
They also the character creation parts, setting your traits and your personality and stuff is actually part of it now, which is real nice. And I think it's re-emphasizing role-playing over just hack.
Gotcha. Yeah, I like that.
Okay,
Like,
I am prepared now because this is going to be fucked up.
He's going to possess Quouth and we're all going to die. Great.
Well, I think this is even better, but anyway.
Jeez.
All right, so you guys, you cleaned up, you eat a good meal, sleep through the night. Some of you may be not very restful considering what happened and what might be coming today. And you do wake up with the rising of the sun, breakfast is already prepared, and you can go eat.
Okay.
On the combat tracker, can you give us a full day's rest?
Sure. Trying to remember how to do that.
The menu button.
Well,
Yeah.
DM fails to remember how to do it.
Well, how do I do this now? What?
You got a menu button up by combat tracker.
There we go.
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay. All right, so you wake up in the morning, you guys can have breakfast and do what you want to do.
Let's say we go back to the prison and kick some ass.
Sounds like a plan. Let's do it.
So on your way out the door, you see one of the councilmen. He comes up and says that someone wrote another bloody letter on the monument, and which probably is not going to surprise you. And it's still spelling out the name of that woman, which I went blank for what it is.
Oops. Oh, no. Veroslavias.
Something like that. Yeah, it's really long.
My name is Veroslav.
So he's looking at you. Maybe if you have anything to say about it or what to think.
We know who he's going after, and we know who he is.
Basically, you're telling him you're going to take care of business, right?
Absolutely. We've got this under control.
All right. Roll a. Well, let's go to that check. Roll diplomacy. He just kind of nods like, uh-huh, and then walks away. Okay. All right. He rolled a 7.
Yeah, I have no ranks in diplomacy.
I noticed that. All right, so you guys are heading back. Just a reminder, this is what the grounds look like on the outside. You probably can enter into whichever room. You probably want to go through the front door. Considering the fact you have animated pokers in the other entrance. And you're going to be going through over straight to the hole. Is that what's going on?
Yep, we're gonna get in the
Yes.
hole.
John, you're so excited about that hole.
Dude, I'm all about getting in some hole.
I feel dirty just hearing that.
Now think of it coming from the mouth of a small gnome with a duck cat following around with him. I can't wait to get in that hole. Excuse me while I pet my pussy duck.
And I'm done.
And from that moment, D&D was known as Ducks and Danger.
Okay. 4 dark hallways exit from the large chamber, each striking out in one of 4 directions of the compass, and each decorated with a soot-caked brass nameplate affixed to the ceiling just above the entrance. A rubble-choked stairway leads up to the middle of the room, while 8 skeletons dressed in scorched prisoners' robes lie on the ground.
That doesn't sound good.
Now remember I told you how these prisoners escaped, they made the stairwell collapse? When you came down the hole, I'm just putting you near the stairwell. You can see how the stairwell collapsed so they couldn't get out.
All right. I'm going to cast detect evil.
Well, it's very interesting when you do this because you see something that you were not expecting. Over by
Evil?
Kupka, you see a certain being having his hand on Kupka's shoulder.
A being. Can you describe this being a little bit more?
It looks like this. And as soon as you see him, he turns to you and his eyes get black and he grins at you menacingly and he looks like he's pissed off.
I'm going to say hello.
His mouth opens very wide, unnaturally wide, and but you don't hear any sound.
Now, real quick before I continue, this thing that is Crow the only one to see this because I could casted detect evil.
I would assume at least you. I don't know if other people will be able to see this or not, but by casting detect evil, this is one of the ways that you can see the spirit.
Okay, that's pretty much all I need to know. And he's grabbing Kupka's shoulder. Is that right?
Yeah, he has his hand on Kupka's shoulder.
Okay. Does Kupka feel this or no?
No.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
great.
lovely. I'm gonna warn Kupka and tell him to step away, I guess, and see what happens.
I
What do
will.
you do, Kupka?
I'm gonna step away, and as I'm doing so, I would like to detect undead.
You want to do what now?
I want to cast detect undead, so hopefully I can see it too.
Okay. When you step away, Crow will notice that he stays in sync with him. It looks like that hand is not coming off. And when you detect undead, if you look over your right shoulder, you'll see this menacing grin looking at you.
Oh, I love it.
Now this is where it gets a little weird. Kupka, I'm really sorry. Your character's dead.
Good night.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Kupka's body falls to the ground dead.
Dude, what?
Holy
And
crap.
Kupka, I need to take you to another channel.
Not
We'll
a
talk over there on the main
problem.
channel.
No problem. Problem a lot.
User left your channel.
Well, guys.
So,
Channel switched.
I'm sorry, man. This is what I was worried about. Certain things could happen to trigger this.
Oh, absolutely. So do I get to roll a new
Okay.
second level?
Well, see, here's the thing: is you've been haunted the whole time. Ever since when you went here on the second floor, you came across these little tiny religious symbols, and you went over there and picked them up. They were cursed with that ghost, and it's been haunting to you ever since. It was waiting for a better time for this to happen. He wanted you to die in combat. So he's waiting for like a big combat, but since he was detected, he killed you. All right, so the good news is that you are resurrected. They do raise undead, so you're going to be alive in like about a month, and so I mean that's happening. When you wake up, you're in a casket, and there's a guy in red robes standing above you.
Ooh, nice.
And also, I need for you to roll a d20. In the distance, you hear a scream, and it sounds like a man's scream. And something about what you're experiencing right now, about being in front of this man with the red robe, something is off. And while you think about that, I'm going to go to the other channel.
Not a problem.
User left your channel. User entered your channel. User disconnected from your channel. User joined your channel.
Okay. Well, they're trying to take revenge for you. They're trying to get vengeance. Trying to figure out how they're going to do it.
Oh, funny.
Hey, Ray, you there?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, I had my mic swung up out of the way.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out how they're going to handle this ghost thing. But anyway. All right, so, anyway. So, yeah, you're sitting there in front of this red rope guy. What do you want to do?
You said I awoke in my coffin. Do I have my weapons and armor?
No, you're just wearing your clothes.
Okay, well, I guess I'm
Feel a
going...
little stuff like rigor mortis. Stop kidding.
I'm gonna try asking, who are you? And what do you want?
He kind of cocks his head and says, it's unimportant. Just be glad that you're alive. When you look around, you notice that you're in a very damp, like you're underground. And there's a few torches on the wall.
Who's screaming?
He pauses and then kind of looks over his shoulder towards you. It's not important.
Can I attempt? I'm going to attempt to sit up in my coffin.
Okay. When you start sitting up, you notice that you start feeling some pain around your chest.
I'm going to make a comment that, oh, that hurts. And see if I can spark any kind of response.
Do me a favor, roll a d20. you start having that pain in your chest starts feel worse.
What happens if I lay back down?
You feel a little better, but that pain, that initial pain that I just told you about that just happened, is still there.
I'm going to ask him what's happening to me.
He says it's nothing to worry about. It's just part of the process of coming back to life.
Well, I guess I'll lay here for a few minutes and then attempt to sit back up and see if I feel any better.
Okay. All right. Hold on, I'm gonna be right back.
User left your channel. User joined your channel.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So you've rested a little bit. What do you want to do now?
Well, try to sit up and feel better.
Okay. You sit up. The pain didn't seem to really go away. There is still some tightening in your chest, but it may be something you're just going to have to deal with for a little bit.
Okay, can I get out of the coffin?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna pop out of the coffin and what's this dude doing?
Okay. You pop out of the coffin and where are you going?
I'm just gonna look around. Is the guy in the red robe paying any attention to me?
He seems to be looking at you at the corner of the eye, but he's not saying anything. He doesn't seem to be stopping you or anything like that either.
Okay, well, I'm gonna look around the room and see what I find.
The room is mostly barren. It just has these pieces of wood that were holding up the coffin in the middle of the room, and there's torches around it. And then he has a table that he's at right now that has a lot of components for raising dead, or whatever you want to talk about that happened there. And other than that, it's mostly barren, and you see some stone steps that lead upwards.
I'm gonna start walking over toward the steps.
Okay, you're going up steps, and you see a wooden door on top. At the top of the stairs.
I'm gonna listen at the door, and if I don't hear anything, I'm going to open it.
Okay. When you open it, you find yourself in, it looks like a small house. And if you look out the window, you see a river nearby. And you seem to be on the outskirts of the town.
And this is a month later, correct?
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna look around and see if there's anything to eat or drink, because I figure I'm probably hungry.
Okay. Yeah, you found plenty of food, and you can eat it if you want to.
And yeah, I'm gonna sit down and eat, and I guess the guy's still in the basement.
Yeah, you hear some tinkering while you're eating, and you hear him come upstairs. While you're eating, though, you don't feel very satisfied. Like, it doesn't feel like you're really filling up your stomach with anything. And then suddenly, in the distance again, you hear screaming, and you can't really pinpoint where it's coming from.
I have a pain in my chest. Wow. Does that screaming happen a lot around here? You know, try to start a conversation with the guy.
He frowns a little bit and says that it's just an animal that sounds that way. Ignore it.
And what is your name, kind sir, so I can thank you properly for bringing me back to life?
It's Talon.
I appreciate you restoring my life to me. And can I ask you a question?
Certainly.
How long will this pain in my chest last?
Sometimes your body needs to go through some pain to completely heal. It's completely normal. Don't worry about it. It's a tough process sometimes.
And do you know what happened to the people I was with?
They actually all left town.
Do you know where they went and why?
They apparently were able to kill everything that was in the prison, and then they decided to take the books and everything they're supposed to the university, like they were told to.
And the woman that was Verserona, whatever her name was, the one whose name was getting written in blood, is she still alive?
Right.
Is she?
Oh, yeah, you're talking about the ghost.
Yeah.
I really don't know too much about what happened with that. And you seem to notice that he seems to twitch a little bit when you say that name.
Am I free to go?
Oh, by all means.
Who paid you to restore me?
The city raised the funds to have you raise.
Which way to the manor?
Okay. When you leave, you'll see a dirt path. Go to the right, and it's a little bit of a walk, but you should be able to get there. Now you notice outside that it's dusk. It's all I'm saying is it's the sun is set. There's still some light in the air, but it's going to be getting dark.
I think I'll go to the manor. Do you mind if I stay the night with you, sir?
I only have one bed. I think it'll be fine getting to the manor. You'll probably get there in about maybe half an hour.
Okay.
So if you walk at a decent pace, you'll be all right.
Okay. Well, I'm going to head to the manor, and when I am safely away from the cottages, I don't know if I have my spells or not, but if I do, I would like to cast Detect Undead on myself. Just to make sure I'm truly alive.
All right. Yeah, you're alive.
Okay. I was hoping for a mild possession.
Yeah, you're alive. Here's the funny thing: is as soon as you cast it, everything around you starts wavering, like it's almost like you're seeing through water.
Oh.
Here, go ahead and process that for a little bit.
Okay.
User left your channel. User joined your channel.
All right, so you're walking along the dirt path, and it's been a little bit, and it's starting to slowly get darker, and you notice that, while the spell lasts, everything around you is kind of wavering just a little bit. What do you want to do?
Can I roll like a perception check or a
Sure,
spellcraft? I can roll a spellcraft to identify if I'm under a spell, like illusion or so forth, right?
Sure. Okay. I'll just be blank with you. It's a really low roll. You don't really, you don't get any information from it. You rolled a 2, so.
I love it.
What else do you want to do?
Well, I guess
Get quiet. Are you thinking?
yeah, let's I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
This one's a hard one. I guess you would be having almost like the same kind of. When you detect magic, if there is magic, what would it? How would you know what's going on exactly? How would it be detected? I guess you can say.
I know there's percentiles that you can roll. Some GMs will just, say, hey, you're under the effects of a wall of illusion spell or something similar. Or you can just say, yeah, you can detect a magic aura all around you.
Let's just go with the second one.
Not a problem. So,
Here, give me a D20 real quick. Okay, so that's a pretty good roll. All right, you're starting to think that what you see around you is not real. Which you probably already figured out that part.
yeah. Well, I'm going to cautiously proceed forward.
Okay. After a while, you arrive to town, and you get to the manor.
And I'm going to go up to the front door and knock.
Okay. You notice the town seems unnaturally still and quiet. And when you open the door, the woman answers, and immediately you notice that it doesn't really. She doesn't have the warmth that she had when you talked to her, and something. She's very almost like something's dark about her, and her voice is very thin and shallow. I guess it's not a very wasn't her natural voice, and she greets you, but not very warmly.
Um,
And also roll one more d20 for me if you can. All right, you start feeling your pain in the chest again, and also now in your stomach, and it's probably making you buckle over just a little bit.
I ask her if I can come in. I'm in great pain.
As soon as this happens, you notice that she smiles a little bit and she invites you in. All right, I'm gonna go up to the other side.
Okay.
User left your channel. User joined your channel.
Okay. Suddenly you start feeling a little bit better. Feel like your chest and stomach isn't hurting as much, and you hear the howling and screaming again in the distance, like it's rolling over the hills.
I'm gonna ask her if she knows what that noise is.
She suddenly turns to you and tells you to shut up, and she seems really pissed off and agitated.
Okay.
And so she walks away.
I'm going to follow her. And say, do you mind if I ask you a few questions about my party?
She goes on about how your party has just been a pain in the ass, and she wished she never met you or any of your friends.
Do you know where they went? Can you tell me what happened?
Well, they left you behind because you don't matter to them at all.
I do believe I was dead.
And you should have stayed dead. Roll a d20. Okay. So, suddenly you start noticing that she starts shimmering, and then it's almost like the fabric just fell down, and you're surrounded by blackness. Instead of her, you see Father Charlton standing in front of you, and he starts screaming and howling, and all of a sudden it just goes completely black. Okay? All right, so I'll be right back.
User left your channel. User joined your channel.
All right, you can come back to the main channel.
Okay.
User left your channel.
All right, Kupka, you come to and you find yourself laying on the ground, surrounded by your comrades in the dungeon.
I thought you guys left town.
Oh, jeez. Are you all right?
Town? Hell, we haven't left Harrowstown.
Wow, I have had the strangest dream.
Are you wounded at all, other than maybe emotionally?
Kupka, you have 3 hit points.
Oh crap!
Yeah, I'm wounded.
All right.
I've already used my blessing on you, but let me go ahead and use a spell. One moment.
Do you want to tell him what you saw on your end?
Yeah, I awoke in my own coffin with a guy in red robes that brought me back to life. And there was a strange howling and screaming on the wind. And when I came from the old guy's hut, I went to the mansion, and I met with the lady at the mansion, and she was different. She had no warmth about her. She was talking about how she wished that she never met us because we've been nothing but a pain in the ass, and you know, that you all left me, that you didn't care about me. And then she turned into the Splatter Man for a moment. And then I awoke
Wait,
here.
there's Father Charlton. Father Charlton.
Oh, sorry, Father Charlton.
Well, I mean, we don't care about you, but we wouldn't leave you.
Jeez.
Thank you.
I'm gonna kneel down and give him a sip from my water skin, and I'll also hand him my last healing or a potion of cure light wounds.
So, Ruben, do you want to tell him what you saw on your end?
Yes, I'm gonna explain or describe the spectral creature, whatever it was, and just described it. You know, we ended up attacking it and killing it by force.
Yeah, while you're attacking it with your will, while you were underneath this thing, they were attacking the ghost. You were wrapped around with ghostly chains. It was slowly crushing you, basically, while that was going on as well.
So that would have been
Oh yeah,
the pain in the chest. Cool.
Yeah. All right, well, you guys get XP from it. you won a
Yay.
combat. Where is the XP for this dude?
It should at least be 6,000 or 7,000 points.
Just for going through it. Yeah.
We're patiently sitting to the side.
Okay, I'll have to look that up later. I don't know why it's not in here. Alright, so you guys are back in the dungeon. So you got some hit points back. Looks like 3. So now you're at 6.
He was given a potion.
Yeah, I have a cure light wounds on myself.
Okay, so it's what's you alright, when you came back you had 3 hit points. What would you be at now?
11.
Okay, so you're almost fully healed. Cool. I'm gonna get Mandy's back. I'm gonna get her headphones plugged in and we'll get her on here.